Hello. Are you struggling to stay positive in that sea of negativity that seems to surround us? If you are, perhaps it's because you don't have the full arsenal of positive tools you can use so that you can stay focused and live a positive life. Now, in this episode, I'm going to share with you 7 tools I use every single day to stay positive in my life, no matter what is coming down at me at the time. So, welcome to episode 19. My name is Nick Grimshaw, and what I do is I teach people seeking to live an inspired life how to use the tools of affirmation, gratitude, mindfulness, and meditation to achieve those dreams. Now, I've been able to amass over 10,000 followers on my Facebook page, Be Inspired, where every day I share tips and ideas and inspiration about those 4 tools and how to use them. And what I want to do here is, first of all, to get you to relax about this whole thing about positive and negative. Having a negative thought in itself is not a problem. We all have negative thoughts. Unless you're a Krishna or a Buddha or a Jesus, negative thoughts are going to come into your life. But it's how we deal with them that makes the difference. And right now, research shows that 80% of our thoughts are negative. Think about that. 80% of our thoughts are negative. And our goal with these tools is to shift the balance. We don't have to shift the balance so that we are 80% positive. We have to get to that tipping point where we go over the 50% and now we become more positive than negative. And when we reach that, our lives begin to change in dramatic ways. So it's kind of important that we don't get twisted out of shape, to use a idiomatic expression, about negative thoughts. We don't have to combat them. We don't have to crash them. We don't have to do anything with negative thoughts except notice them and go, oh, there's another negative thought. I often go, oh, there's Nick having a negative thought again, right? There's Nick having it, and then you just let it float away. What our task is to focus on the tools we can use to increase that positivity ratio in our lives. And that's what I wanted to do with you today, is to share those tools. Now, make sure you're subscribed to my channel, because every week I release a new episode, a new training episode with a new freebie content or freebie resource for you to use. Now, let's get started with those 7 tools that I suggest and I've used and I've learned how powerful they are in combating those negative thoughts. And the first one is positive affirmations. Now, if you go on my site or look anywhere where I am on the web, you will see that I talk about positive affirmations a lot, because they are the key, they are the groundwork to setting a positive mindset. And without using affirmations, you're going to struggle to make progress. So the first one is to use positive affirmations. Now, I've included in the blog post that goes with this video a freebie, a free resource of mine that shows you how to write and use positive I am affirmations. And on my Facebook page, Be Inspired, I do a weekly positive affirmation that you can use for the whole week. So there's a lot of tools out there for you to use this resource. The next one, number 2, is to change this whole focus on problems to opportunities. Now, I was reading somewhere recently where somebody said that they don't allow in their business anybody to use the word problem. So it's not Houston, we have a problem. It's Houston, we have an opportunity. And so start to change your mindset about problems as opportunities. And what is the opportunity in this situation? Instead of going, there's a problem, I don't know how to fix it, I don't know what to do, because we come up against all of our thinking about problems and trying to solve problems and the effort. Instead, just stop and say, what's the opportunity being presented to me? And just doing that is going to change your whole focus from a negative, a problem, to a positive, an opportunity. Try that next time when you see a problem looming and go, okay, what is the benefit or what is the opportunity I'm being presented with right now? Okay, the third one is to overload our mind with positivity. And I love this one. It's like stuff yourself full with positivity. And we are not a victim of what's coming at us. We, more than ever before, in our society, have the tools available to craft what we are viewing. This is really important. I hear people talking about the negativity on Facebook. I don't see it because I don't look for it. I have myself focused on positive groups, positive pages. I read positive stories. I like positive affirmations and inspirational quotes. And that's what we use on our Be Inspired page as well, is inundate yourself with positivity. And you can do, like YouTube, there are tons of really interesting people you can listen to every day. So if you have a habit of listening to the news at 6 or 7 in the evening, stop and go and watch a positive video about some personal development matter or some way that you can be a better person. And there are hundreds of teachers out there. There's Jay Shetty as one of them. Lewis Howes is another one of my favorites. There are podcasts, videos, great shows, everything. All kinds of amazing books are available to you. So start creating that. Start to create that library of positivity that you drench yourself in whenever the negativity seems to be coming in on you. Shower in a positive video or a positive podcast. Do something like that. That will move you more towards the positive, away from the negative. Number 4 is gratitude smashes negativity. Practice gratitude. Now, none of these things need to take up a whole amount of time, but when you first wake up in the morning, think about something positive. Like, I'm glad I woke up this morning. Like, what is more wonderful than the fact that you get to take a few more breaths in this life, that you've woke up, that you have the miracle of a day before you? That's practicing gratitude. I do a little journal entry each day where I put in some things that I am grateful for. I have some great exercises that are coming up. The What Went Well Today exercise is a stunningly really good way of staying focused on what went well, rather than looking for, oh, this went wrong. We have no problem creating our own negativity, and we have no problem deciding what went wrong today. But when we start pushing back and saying, well, hey, just a minute, what went well today, then we are moving towards that tipping point. The next one is mindfulness. And I'm going to speak a little bit more about the hierarchy of these tools. Mindfulness is a little more challenging in that it's asking you to stay present in the moment. And that's a hell of a challenge, and something, quite frankly, I'm still working on. It's easy to slip out of the present moment, but to understand when you do, now you're touching at those edges of negativity. You're kind of sliding into your past. You get caught in one of those thought chains. Have you ever one of those thought chains? You're thinking about something, and the next thing you know, you're down here in a pit somewhere with some really ugly stuff, and you go, how did I get there? How did I follow down into that? That's losing your sense of being present. So mindfulness, one of the easiest mindfulness exercises you can do is go for a walk and just notice things. There's no other requirement that you just go. You look at the tree, you look at the sky, you look at the birds, you look at the clouds, you smell the fresh air, you smell the plants on the street, you hear the sounds all around you, and you come into that center of awareness. That's the mindfulness tool. Now, another tool to use, and I use this often too, is a sense of humor. Humor conquers negativity easily. And if you're feeling overwhelmed by negativity, one of the best things you can do is go and read something funny, watch a funny show. I have lined up a couple of things that I always go to if I run into trouble. Now there's Steinfeld, though they're now running episodes on Netflix, and you can, the whole, I don't know how many years, 12 years of Steinfeld. If you need a laugh, there's one place to go. I have the full library of the Pink Panther movies. So just even saying that makes me smile, because to me, they're hysterical. That might not be your sense of humor, but find something that tickles you, that delights you, and then use that to help you combat those days when it just seems to have come all in on you. So sense of humor, have that little toolkit available. And in the article that links to this video, I've included that absolutely famous Abbott and Costello Who's on First comedy sketch, which to me is like pure genius. It's funny, it's hysterical, it'll take your mind off whatever has come down on you for the day. And finally, one of the most important things, and this is a physiological thing, it's to do with living in a dual universe. So we can't always live in the quantum universe. Sometimes we live in the Newtonian universe, which is the like everything is mechanical, right? And so the faster we speed up, and this is what our society around us is almost like you feel guilty if you're not at some mad pace, doing something, accomplishing something, ticking off a part of your bucket list. I don't know, running the kids here and there and everywhere, and like taking umpteen courses, being involved in God knows how many groups, going to the gym, running, all of those things, which by themselves might be very healthy choices. When they come all together and you're living a frantic lifestyle, then motion makes stillness impossible. Do you get that? And I read this beautiful book called The Art of Stillness. Go look it up. It's a very short book. It's beautiful. But in that, there is this idea that when you slow down, you stretch out time. And in doing that, you allow the stillness to enter, to become real. And as you slow down and motion slows down, you can get into that space. You can come into the present time. You can take a breath. You can look around. You can see the beauty of the world that surrounds you, the beauty of your life as it is right now without any changes whatsoever. And that, again, I talk about this as the beautiful miracle of our lives. Nothing physical has to change in our lives. Only the mental has to change. And when we change that mental attitude and we live from a positive place, we see the world in a different light. We see positivity. We see beauty. We see opportunity. We see bliss. We see friends. We feel love. We feel engaged. We feel that we have meaning and that we have accomplished something. And those are all parts of the wellness, the 5 parts of wellness. And we get that by slowing down. That's what roses are for, to slow you down so that you can smell them. Okay, that's all the tips for this week. Be sure to join me next week right here on this channel. Remember to dream big, live inspired. Hi, Nick Grimshaw here, and welcome to our channel. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up, give it a like, comment, and subscribe. Doing those things really help us track better with YouTube. And if you're interested, click the notification button for notification when we upload a new video. Thank you so much for doing that. Have a good day.